It's Angie Woods, Dog Psychology 101. There is one question that I get asked every day of my life. How do I stop my dog from pulling on the leash? The shortest answer is slow down. Stay calm. Hang with me. Let's take a lesson. What most people don't realize is that your walk actually starts back in the house when you think about the walk. A lot of us, we talk a lot. So we tend to say, are you ready to go for a walk? And then we expect them to be calm. Being excited causes all types of pulling, misbehavior, leash reactivity. So we want the walk to mean calm. This type of walk is what I call my structured walk or focused walk. If you're in urban or suburban America, this is a necessity. Your dog should be able to walk down the sidewalk politely and not pull you and not bark at other dogs. And it really is rooted in calmness. And so if you've listened to me talk about calmness before, it's really everything. There's a time to be playful, play place restaurants analogy. But this is a napkin time, the napkin restaurant analogy. We're supposed to sit quietly and put the napkin in our lap and have manners. So this is a quiet time for dogs. This is a time to get mental exercise coupled with physical exercise. And then if we are moving along the natural dog life track, then we are going to learn how to have our dog off leash so they can explore and have freedom. It is their world. This is what they need. So let's talk about how to slow down and get the kind of walk that you're looking for. So we're going to start our walk with just a simple slip leash. Okay, these little guys they're called polykennel leashes. You know, you can order them online. I want as thin as I can get. A little bit later in this video, I'm going to show you a Martingale leash, and a Martingale is 1/8 of an inch. I love it because it is thin. The thinner our equipment around the neck, the less they want to lean on it, and the more effective our little interruptions are. So thin and slow. So the first thing we're going to do is be sure that when we put the leash on, that it's way up high, right up under the chin and right behind the ears. Now we do this for a reason. It is the most tender part of the neck, and we work less and the dog has to work less, and also they're going to learn much more quickly. Most dogs you see pulling their people, the collar or the leash is way down low on the neck, and that is a super strong area of the neck. How many times have you seen a dog walking in the park and they are literally choking themselves? They are pulling their owner and the leash is tight but low on the neck. And so here, if we put the leash up, we're using the top, more sensitive part of the neck, and we can be more gentle. So as I mentioned, the coming out of the house to me is super important because now we're getting ready to step from indoors, the cocoon of the house, to the outdoors where all the action is. So before we come out, we definitely want to be slow, confident, calm, and have our dog connected to us and follow us out the door. And so a little eye contact here would be delightful. So as you guys can notice, her nose is already active. So being behind me is really important. As we come out, they should stay with me just like they would on the walk. But coming through the door, we want super connection. And what I may do is interrupt a little bit until I get their attention. I would like for her to look up at me. Okay. There we go. I know you guys can't see her very well from that perspective, but she's looking at me. I love that. She look relaxed to you. She looks pretty good to me. This is nice. And then we're going to just come out the door together. I should be able to keep her with me. Notice all my movements are slow. And this is a 9-month-old baby. She is not slow. Not naturally. You should be able to close the door. Okay, and you see, she's not scoping the landscape. I want her to be with me. I also love these little ears back. When a dog is with you and they're connected, their ears are going to be back a little bit. This just means that they're paying attention, they're focused with you. Ears pinned to the head means fear. This is not it at all. But if they're walking, their ears are forward, they are alert and in more of a hunting position for something to be distracted by or hunt. So we want the ears back a little bit when we're walking together. So now we have our leash properly placed. I like to organize myself a little bit. I don't want things flopping around, bumping into the dog, bumping into my hand, getting tangled up. So I just kind of double my leash up, get relaxed, and I want to just act like I'm holding a bag. No big deal. If I'm tense, I feed tension. That will actually make a dog pull. So we want to be relaxed. And I'm going to start off slow. So see, as soon as I take a step, he automatically turns with me. So when I start a walk, because some dogs come to me and they really already have a habit. As soon as I put the leash on and I begin to move, they want to really forcefully go forward. So I tend to take a small step first. This is great. So we start nice and slow. Slowness brings connection. Okay? If he starts to walk ahead of me, his shoulder, my knee, that's my barometer of are you moving ahead of me. So I want to keep his shoulder at least with my knee. You are welcome to walk with me, but you are not allowed to take me. So with me, and if he starts to walk ahead, I'm just going to lift and go to my hip. Small interruption, not a correction. This is a teaching. So it's an interruption. Okay, he's moving a little bit ahead. I'm going to lift and come back to my hip. So the key here is really slowing down and educating him about where I want him. And then with some proper repetitions, we can get on to walking at a normal pace. Okay, this is my preferred piece of equipment for a walk. This is called a Martingale leash. So most of us have heard of Martingale collars. The thing that makes it Martingale is this is where your doggy's head goes, and this little sliding mechanism makes it a safer leash so they can't back out of it. And also what I like about this is that it's thin. This is 1/8 of an inch. So the thinner the piece of equipment, the less comfortable it is for your dog to lean on it. The wide 1/2 inch or 1 inch or larger collars that most people walk their dog with is more for a dog that really understands what's expected of them already. You should be connected to me, and then it doesn't matter what you use. But in these teaching days, we want to use something that's gentle for the dog and easier for you to navigate.